bands, I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause I blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, he like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell him we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, one point to guard.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens.
Set, 18, 59. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Now he's forced out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Watson. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Watson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? Watch Mike. Check. Hey, Delta. 52. Hey, I'm coming. Hey. Mike Bartu. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Hill. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Whip. Watch the whip. Switch. Watch the eye.
Bravo. Get.
To throw again. Hill. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Watson, off play action. Now he'll escape to his right. Incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Where's that? 18, 54.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Watson on the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 2nd down and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Faking the give, now Watson. Flushed out right. There goes a deep ball. In. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score as the Ravens push further out in front. The extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, son.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, Hill eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On the ball.
Hill going back to the air on 2nd down. It's Hill, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
Alpha. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Check right, check right. Check 15, check 15. 80 weapon. No, check that. Hey, wahoo!
Now Hill looking to throw on 1st. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing Throwing again. Hill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Watson. Being chased out left. And this is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off of play action, it's Watson sliding out of the pocket. He'll find Metcalf. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson, flush to his right. He'll run it.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. Campbell making the catch. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Off play action. Watson. Buying time to his left. And his pass incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Watson off the play fake. Got an open man. That's Campbell.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
With the score, Ravens 14, Bengals nothing.
One set. 24 down. He's coming. At 31.
From the red zone now, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Bengals grab it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Hill escaped, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Here's Hill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Hill. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off around the 37. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on his teammates.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the sack master, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Go. On the get.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said,
Here we go.
I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point up and through, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Ready, break.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Check 52 the mic. Check 52. Topper. Slam. Alert flare. Flare. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, orbit.
Hill on first down. They complete it to Hill. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Rip right. No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Hey, tight down.
From the gun, here's Hill. Able to find his running back, Geis. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And again, it's Hill letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they're going deep for Hill. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 21. Room here to run. 20. And they will finally get to him, but a great return. Set him up, 1st and goal at the 5.
They'll take over 1st down and goal at the 5-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game as the Ravens push further out in front. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
Check. Get up.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right at the 35. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Watson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he coughed it up, and the Bengals have recovered it. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. First play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check 52. Check.
To throw again, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Watson, off play action. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. Extending the... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Faking the give. Now Watson. Dancing to his left. And incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area. So no grounding call.
Check. Alert, alert. Crunch. Hey, at 55. 24, watch 24. Got him, look.
Now Watson, off play action. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
52. Watch the curve. Gun. Hey, Haywood. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Good. Watch the twist. Mike 52. Hey,
After the interception, here's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return will actually lose 11 yards, but they get the interception. They have the football. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No,
he's got it at the 15. A big play that time for the Ravens. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Off the play fake. Watson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. To throw is Ryan. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Tighten up. Pull together. Mike 50. 51, stop! Gun. 52's the Mike.
Throwing again. Ryan. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Watch the screen. Hey, South. 52. Watch 52. 52's the Mike.
Throwing now. Ryan on 1st down. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, Ryan. He gets it in the hands of Geis. A very good gain on first down, 9 yards on the dump-off. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Ryan, it's Kelsey on the grab. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
132 fighter. Let's go. Ready to go.
To throw again is Ryan. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals gain a bit of respectability. Lutz with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. No problem there on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. It's Hill, complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Ryan will throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
I'm here all day.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to roam now. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Kill.
54.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Now he steps away. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Check. Fresh down.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. How about the safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Strong right. 4 down. 54. 59.
Here's Watson off the play fake. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to